Chris, I love a story. Take me through some of your wine experiences. I bet you've got many to share.
Wow, absolutely. And I'm very lucky to have had an amazing 40 years in wine. Wine brings out the best in people. And I've got some amazing memories, including, I remember I was invited by our champagne producer at the time to dine at Le Crayère, which is a famous 3-star Michelin restaurant in Reims. And I was very, very young and inexperienced. We had the most amazing dinner, and I thought it would be appropriate to invite my host to a little brandy. So the trolley came round, and I remember saying to this guy, I'd like to drink something very special with this guy, trying to impress him a bit, a young guy from Manchester. So with great ceremony, he poured us a glass each of 1918 vintage Armagnac brandy. Can you imagine?
1918.
That is, wow, First World War, all that. Fortunately, the cost at the time was 990 francs. I had 1,000 francs to my name and just about covered it. But that was a moment.
Was it worth it?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Was it
I can still, and people that know wine more than I will say, certain wines live in your memory. Chateau Yquem, if you've ever tasted the greatest dessert wine in the world, that wine stays with you. Chateau Petrus, the wines.
You, haven't I?
We have. Some of our Burgundy wines, great Gevrey Chambertin, Burgundy, that Pinot Noir, it gets inside your head. Other stories, lunch with Susana Balbo, who is the most important wine grower in Argentina. We went up there to her winery, Dominio del Plata. We had an amazing tasting, and I managed to convince her to make a special wine for Charles Mitchell, which was, that was a moment. Tastings all over the world, New Zealand, I went to watch the British Lions. I had 3 weeks with my wife Tracy, and I toured every single wine region in New Zealand, and spent time with Louis Vavasseur, who, as you know, he supplies us with amazing wines from the Marlborough region. And then we went down to Central Otago and met the lovely Hayden Johnson, from whom we have his Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris en route any minute now. We should taste that, it's amazing. So my life has just been a journey of, I've had the most important, amazing time tasting wine, and always with wine comes great food, great personalities, people.
I suppose it must be quite difficult to select your kind of favourite wine, but are there 2 wines that you can think of that spring to mind that you go, wow, these are incredible wines, or not?
Yeah, I think so. So for me, I love great white Burgundy wines. So for me, Corton Charlemagne, which is the Grand Cru of Beaune, only made in tiny quantities. Our grower Valo, Adrien Valo, he makes 2 barrels a year, about 600 bottles. And I'm telling you, the wine is just ridiculous. It has so many layers of fruit and concentration. It's just, it's amazing. And then in red, I'd go back to our friends at Valduero.
Yeah.
Yeah, their Gran Reserva wine for me is their top wine. The 2010, 4 years in barrel, 6 years in bottle. That just amazing wine. But and then again, memories with customers. It's all about the relationships, the lovely people I've met. We have customers that have been on board for 40 years.
Do you think you hand select them, or they just appear?
I don't know, there's a chemistry. We can recognise a Charles Mitchell client there, there's a bon viveur about them. They enjoy the journey we take them, whether it's at our dinners or coming on wine trips. They have a hunger and a thirst for new wines, and
I suppose it's like not a community, but it's just something that you've, it's organically grown, hasn't it? Because I've been on your trips and they've been amazing, you know, and your customers are amazing as well.
Yeah.
You know, you're saying about the 6 años. I remember when we were in Spain and they were talking about the blind testing.
Yes.
Tell me about that. With Michelle Obama, did she?
Yeah, look, the same winery. So the blind tasting is the Yolanda and Carolina were so confident about their quality of wine.
Yeah.
They invited two of the most important wine journalists in Spain, 3 of the sommeliers of the top 3-star Michelin restaurants in Spain to come. They then went out and they bought in bottles of the greatest wines of the world.
Of the world?
Chateau Petrus, Domaine Romani Conti, amazing wines, and they hosted a blind tasting of the best 15 wines in the world. Some of these wines sell at £2,000 a bottle, and their wines were placed in the top 4, the 6 años and the Gran Reserva, both in the top 4, above Domaine Romani Conti, above Petrus. So these ladies are making the
incredible wine.
Incredible wine. Yeah. You know, from the start of 25 years, that is some doing. But no, it's.
I know Michelle Obama is a fan, isn't she? Because she goes to the local restaurant. Is it in Madrid?
Yeah, well, she arrived in Madrid, went to some amazing restaurant, and the sommelier, she said, "Show me a wine." She's not a Spanish wine person, and she tasted the 6 años, and she went, "That is amazing. Give me some more information. Where can I buy that wine in the US?" So that was pretty good news. That was some endorsement.
Seal of approval, I guess.
A little bit of that. So no, it's been great, and thank you. And I've enjoyed talking with you, Nikki.
You too as well, Chris. Cheers. Thank you.